Hello everyone, it's me, Blade of Dragon Sonic, back again with round 4 of Season 2 of the Formula E Monoposto Championship. Just like last time out, I don't really have that much to say, apart from, well, I guess this. Mercedes have been developing a new livery for later on in the season, and they say it's going to take hints from the Germany 2019 livery that they used in F1. Whatever could that mean? So let's just head on to the grid for this Mexico City Prix. Last season, this was the best race of the season. Let's see what happens this time out as we head to the grid. And, well, pole position then. Look who it is again. It's Ravo with his teammate Blade of Dragon Sonic alongside him again. Then comes Ukable and Shock. Podium man, Basuko. Then the man with his awful strategy, Human and Dragon Danny. Then comes Ron Solo and Dave Jaguar making up row 4. Then comes the two dragons of Newman and Mikasui. Then comes Tom O'Connor, Catfish, Paul Canny, Firebird, Megia, Isiata, Alan Lee, not Lewis Hamilton, Mohamed Awawi, Kay Mordesis, and then the two Mahindras of Martinez and Marcus Nelson, who crashed out coming out of the final turn. I'm gonna have to see if there's anything I can do because frame rate has dropped unbelievably so, but I think just closing Ivor's paint has worked out. So, Ravo's on pole, then for the second time this season, his teammates alongside him again, as all 5 lights go on, and we go green here in Mexico City, and that's an even stop for the top 2, but Blade of Dragon Sonic is on the hard tires off the line. This could be the one time that Mercedes' strategy calls have failed, and already down to P3, Ukable ahead of your championship leader, and he makes it an audacious dive bomb attempt, and we've got a safety car Ravo with the barriers, and Sienna's got himself a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision, and it's a safety car on lap 1 of 24, huge amounts of debris, it's strewn across the track, but it's Mercedes' first did-not finish of the season. Ravo is out of the Mexico City E-Prix. Meanwhile, his teammate leads the field, but he's on the worst tire compound. He's on the hards. However, I do gotta say this, it's been a great start for Basuko, already up into 3rd place. Of course, being helped out by Ravo's crash, but he did get past Houghton, and very nice from him. And the Dragon Danny, his teammate, he's gotten ahead. No, he's still ahead of Ronnie Solo. Dave Reese, however, rocket start up into 5th place from 8th on the grid. Meanwhile, the two dragons not really doing too much.
That's a lot of bags.
Apart from, of course, first lap crash there, but it was really just on Ravo there. Like, no one else could have done anything about that. Running on board with Blade of Dragon Sonic, and he's got a helmet. That's okay. It's a helmet. There's not too much else I can say about that. He's definitely gonna want to try and go to the end, but I doubt it'll actually work out too well for him because those hard tires are gonna be squealing about around like the halfway point. So just keeping it out of the barriers will be a struggle, as we are on board with Sierra, currently the only one with a 5-second time penalty on to his name. And I wonder who he could have collided with. Of course, that it's not Lewis Hamilton, it seems. It's possible.
They are all fat and ugly. I'm black and I funny this funny.
So everyone's caught up to the back of the safety car crew. The safety car, well, I guess safety car line or something. We'll go back racing on the next lap. Lap we get the safety lap cars may now overtake the safety car message, which should be the next lap.
And it's making me so sad. Your grandma sucks so much. much you want about the Russians, but they sure know how to party. Words make my Baron hurt. Bunnies, you so bad I had you. I like the way he mastered you. This is digesting, she's is beautiful. She has melt my heart, she is butterful. The blonde person is a girl or a man. And don't stop raping Eminem. This is stuffing, this is stoiping. What found this much more enjoying? Won't you, John? I'm a Boots fan. A worse than
It's a safety car coming out of final turn now through the stadium section, which I gotta say, Marco Pesce designed perfectly. It feels just like how it does in real life if you're on high graphics. Lap cars may now overtake the safety car, which means we'll get back underway on lap 4 with 20 laps to go. Well, my question is, how many of those 20 laps will be in green flag conditions? But it doesn't sound like he's probably going to be swamped down onto P6 once we get back underway because of the fact that he's on hard tires. This is quite possibly the worst strategy call of the season, and he's leading.
At the US Grand Prix, that was amazing, and I hold hard. Alex Jones's aneurysm of goes to conspiracy theory about qualifying at the moment. And finally,
I gotta put something in spoiler
World
right now.
Qualifier of the year goes to Lewis Max, crashing doing Grand Prix for the 100th time and having the most insane fan bases. And that is the end of the RPM.
Okay, just coming into the second sector now. Well, we're in the midpoint of it. In real life, this is one of the fastest parts of any track, which shows why this is months of speed with Monaco spec cars. Because as we go past the DRS line now, there's literally barely any air resistance here. Yeah, Rosie just said F in the chat, it's funny. Safety car is ending at the end of this lap. You're gonna have to take a look at the back of the pack as Blade the Dragon Sonic coming through the stadium section. You're also gonna want to take a look at Blade the Dragon Sonic himself to see if he can hold off UK Ball as he's gonna come through the final turn now onto the rundown into turn 1, one of the longest runs into the first turn of the season as we go green again in Mexico City. He Blade the Dragon Sonic getting off to the best that he possibly could have, but UK Ball already coming back at him, and before we even reach the breaking point, UK Ball up into the lead of the Mexico City Prix, and look at that, that's Debris looking like, no, that's Huden, sorry, as Modises, and into the wall goes Blade Dragon Sonic. He's lost part of his front wing. Mercedes' day gets even worse, and the abhorrent lack of grip has just cost them potential for P3 at the moment, as Ronnie Solo fighting with Mr. Newman fighting over 8th place. It's a long E3, there's anything can happen, but I don't think Mercedes wanted that to happen just yet. Mikasui getting himself a track limits warning as we come through the third sector, running on board with Blade the Dragon Sonic, and we've got a collision in the third sector, and that's UK Ball in the wall. He's lost his front wing. Sierra gets himself another 5-second time penalty for causing the collision. And can UK Ball get out of there? No, we've got a virtual safety car. Blade the Dragon Sonic coming into the pits, and that's another retirement for one of the top 2 teams in the championship, and we're only in lap 5. So, Blade the Dragon Sonic then tumbling down the order. He came in for soft tires as he should have. And will he come out in the top 10? As Modises gets himself a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision under the safety car. And that's absolute shambles for everyone. Blade the Dragon Sonic coming out in P8, and look at the 2 Aguris. We're going to go back racing again with a familiar face is at the front of the field. We go green again in Mexico City. Hewton leads, Batuco second, Debris third, and then the Dragon Danny fourth. Then comes Tom O'Connor and Ronnie Solo and Catfish. Then the championship leader, Blade Dragon Sonic, and then the two Dragons of Mikasu. And we've got a safety car as Carlos Allison is out of the Mexico City V3, and he was up on the barriers. And it's the second safety car of the day. And we're only 5 laps in. We've had more laps on the full course yellows and safety cars than we have under full racing speed. Lap 6 of 24 then. Jesus Christ. On board with Ronnie Solo then. He's gained positions despite him starting in the inferior hard tires. Sorry, I burnt. And they're already catching the safety car at this point. But yeah, the Jaguar Racing, this is beautiful for them because they're looking at a potential podium for the season. The first podium of the season. Not the first that they've ever had, because last season in pretty good circumstances, even though they were overtaken around the last few sectors of the track, they still got a podium at Brazil with Ronnie Solo, their team principal. It was very good. It was very cool for them. And they're looking to try and replicate that magic again. But on board with Hewton, he moved to the Maserati team after leaving the Jaguar team. Not the Jaguar team, the Renault team that is now known as Mercedes. And is it looking, would you say, is it looking as if he made the right call? I would say so, because their strategy has been way worse than Mercedes's. He's been a bit more of a consistent driver, in my opinion. The Revo is a bit like the Italian Daniel Ricciardo, so Daniel Ricciardo, because he is actually half Italian.
Love you, please follow my back. Brontosaurus don't nor have ever existed. Harry made me organism. Plausibly, is he handicapped? LOL, I never make mistakes.
Coming up to the line then, to begin lap 7 of 24 here in Mexico City, and this is the time again that I do generic YouTuber thing. I haven't done this in a while. Subscribe to the funny YouTube channel. You can even see the hat on Mr. Blade Dragon Sonic's helmet. If you can zoom in, it does have it now.
Love you so much, you are my inspiration. Elite man, rip peace. God's sake. Okay, you would say a not lot love, but not
I'm looking I can find my heart beats.
Oh my god, you awesome. Are you mentally retired? Ew, she's disgusting. Inside Apple booklet destruction. Was you seriously
so a past quarter race distance. Mercedes right now are gonna need quite a lot to continue their dominant streak of winning every race this season. This is where they lost their streak in season 1 as Red, and this could be where they lose their streak again now with Mercedes. There should be also a new piece of music that you would have heard at the start of this video. There should be also a new piece of music that will be released to you guys. It should be a video that comes out immediately after this. So you're gonna have to subscribe with notifications on to know when that happens, because it's not like gonna be a premiere.
It's almost 100. Your grammar sucks number 99. That's almost 100.
No, looking at the state of all the teams right now, it does look going in order. Maserati are going to have the best, worst race of the season. Audi are going to be the Germans of this race. Davies and Ronnie Solo. What is Sierra doing on a safety car? Almost getting past Paul Penny. That's illegal. That is very illegal. Safety car. Lap car's been able to take the safety car, but down the inside, under safety car goes Sierra. We saw this happen at Las Vegas last season. You're not meant to do that. But as I was saying, Jaguar are going to have yet another great race. McLaren are looking at the most okay race of the season. Virgin are going to have a good race with captains, but Seattle's going to drown. Mercedes having their worst race of the season and still better than a Girian runner more than in a bit. Dragon, I'm just thinking about, well, we've got points. Trilly needing to buy a moon rocket from their sponsors Dogecoin, because right now they're not doing that well. Renault showing that a name change can't do everything for success. Trilly, Aguri, still in debt. Actually, they're going to be in a lot more crippling debt because they're losing 60 million with the DNF, and Mahindra still being as air as ever, not getting points, not finishing high, just
like Justin Bieber. You sung so bad I had you. I like the way he masturbate. Your grandma sucks and I am ferocious. Your spelling's atrocious. Your grandma sucks, we gotta make it right. Let's fix it tonight. I remember I was in a farm and it was private property. So we're in the gas as you little poo was waiting for the gas. So I run my
safety car is ending at the end of this lap. Cuban, he's only ever won 2 races, and the last one was wrong. He barely known that. But he has never led away a pack on the safety car, because there was no safety cars at Miami. But coming up to the line here in Mexico City, as we begin to have a bit of overcast weather, he starts lap 9 and we go green here in Miami, and he's had a rocket ship at the start from a go behind, but he's also going to get a bit of a slipstream boost. Is the Audi car. Keep an eye on the timing tower. As in fact, Dave looking to try and get a move on the Audi car. Can't really make it through the first chicane as they go on board. And it's a safety car. Dave is out of the apron. Goes Dave up on 2 wheels. And it's definitely a lot more overcast than it was at the start of this lap. There's a chance of rain falling, in my opinion. But once again, cautions, Prix cautions, and we've lost 4 cars in the space of 9 laps. And it's another lap where we don't get green flag racing.
When are you gonna drive? Cool, I started raping when I was about 5. You look like you burned. Those peeps are gay. Cookie Master, I am holidays. Oh, Olga, that's what he gets for rapping boys. Oh my god, that is just hilarious. Women are hatters. Please don't be racialist. I'm gonna shirt bricks on that exit. I'm the type that if I'm walking past, I see a man being I'm a woman, I'ma stop it. And to gap if I would go to jail. I mean, you're gonna hit someone your own way. I mean, I ain't never hit a girl, not even my little sister, and I never will, cause that proves I'm a real man. You can laugh cause I got respect for girl, it's okay.
So for the 69 billionth time in this race, we're in the safety car. For the first time in this race, it looks like it might get a bit more wet. As Houghton leads us across the line to begin lap 10. Audi are looking at their best ever result with 2nd and 3rd. They have never had a double podium. So 2nd and 3rd for the Audi boys would be incredible. And guess what? Everyone in the Discord is saying Mercedes is gonna run away with this championship. They're gonna win every single race. Does it really look like they can? They're running 7th and out of this race. If Blade Dragon Sonic wins, I will eat my hat. I will eat it. I will eat my Lewis Hamilton hat that I got from Silverstone and that I'm wearing right now. You can hear it.
Clean up
I will eat it.
If you see a bad comment, take a screen cap of it and send it my way via Twitter or my Facebook fan page. Your grammar sucks so much.
What about tips? Well,
There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own.
So, coming up to and now coming through the stadium section.
Searching for one piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true.
Going to the final turn then. We have floodlights on. The floodlights are on because of how overcast it is. But there are no, like, warning lights coming off the back of the car. Got 13 laps to go. And we're on board with Ender Dragon Danny, guy who said you will probably be retiring at the end of the season. I don't think he will be with his current performance.
His name's alone, just like a samurai and a L-A-D-Y. Nami's not shy. Usopp's doing that marksman thing. Sanji's cooking, Chopper's doctoring.
There's a lot more trees in this part of the first and second sector, gotta say. There aren't buildings.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Moving at speed of sound. The quickest hedgehog around. Got ourselves a situation.
But if we can get back on the way, even if it is only for 2 sectors. Ravens just said, championship fight is over. That's a round 4. There's not really much for me to say right now. It's still only 6 go on lap 11 if that's what you wanted to hear. Like, apart from that, I can't really say too much. But like, yeah, the Virgins are doing pretty good. They still have their virginity at least. Laugh, damn you, laugh! Lap cars now take the safety car at half race distance, and it's looking ever more increasingly likely that pit stops, unless it gets wet, won't be a necessity, but will probably still happen due to the absolute horrible driving standards here. It's like Music City 2021 in IndyCar. It's like Monza 2015 in Formula 3. It's absolutely awful. So actually, the top 3 aren't actually on like the optimum tyres for a restart. You want to know who is though? The McLaren of Tom O'Connor. The McLaren was actually the first non-Renault driver last season. Wait, no, that was UK ball. Sorry, the McLaren who was one of a few non-Renault drivers to win. And he's on the best driver, he's on the best tyre currently, and this is where he won his first race. Could he win again? We'll only know in a matter of fucking hours at this rate. Safety car is ending at the end of lap 12 of 24. We'll get back underway on lap 13. Easy clearing up a bit in the sky. You can see a bit more blue, and there's not anything falling. It is drier here in Mexico City. And we go green again to restart the Mexico City E3. Human having a pretty bad getaway compared to the two Audis behind him. Patuco's still looking behind him, and he's going to pull out to the inside. Coming in into turn one. Can he make the audacious dive bomb attempt through the first chicane? And he's up into the lead. Patuco leads. It's birthday P, and it is Daddy causes a collision and is out of the Mexico City E3, and he's put Newton into the wall at the same time. Audi have lost a driver from this E3, and it was looking so good for them. It was looking at a potential race. He was looking at a potential podium, and he's just thrown it all away. Meanwhile, his teammate is blasting off into the distance, and Newton for Maserati is going to have to come into the pit. Maserati then having that chance of glory ripped away from them for being at the wrong place at the wrong time. And Patuco leads for the first time in his career in this championship. So, Patuco then, for the first time, an Audi driver leads an E3. Newton, his nearest rival, is not going to be his nearest rival for long. He comes to the pits with Tom O'Connor right behind Patuco now, and by right behind, I mean 7 seconds off the back. Rodney Solo on the hard tires though. Give it up for him. In P3, and he's still going on those hard tires. He's making them work. Of course, he's not doing too much for that, but he's looking at another podium finish for the Jaguar Racing team while his teammate faltered. Catfish in P4 looking... He's in 4th place for Virgin Racing, which, yes, this will be their best finish, and they'll get to keep it, unlike at the Azerbaijan E3 last season when they finished 4th but had to drop down the order because 5-second time penalty. But behind him, he's got players and time. You know, literal championship league. Will keep your mom. I don't think he'll overtake. We'll probably get another safety car, and Putin's come out. Oh, he's come out in P9. It's not great, really, for the Maserati driver. This is also the race where teams with sponsors will get their big pay boost. For all you team principals who are wondering. And yeah, you're still gonna get that pay boost if your drivers will finish. Meaning that if you've got sponsors, that your DNF won't really matter that much. However, the team that doesn't have sponsors and yet still gonna drive either out of the E3, they're already in the red. They need to sign on a sponsor so that they can get out of the red. Because like this, it is not the performance that you ever want to see. Oh shit! You guys have heard the Code Lyoko intro. It's like I don't want to talk about it. It's not bad. It's just not great. Got 9 laps to go. Lap 15 of 24. Patuco leads with Tom O'Connor second. Then comes Ronnie Solo and Campbell. Then comes the championship leader and Blaze Dragons on a bench. The 2 dragons of Mika Sui and F. Newman. Then comes Megia, Human and Paul Canny looking for Trilly's first points of the season. Then comes Pizietta and Firebird and Alan Lee, Muhammad Awali, Medicis, and the 2 Mahindras of Marcus Nelson and Martinez. And drivers who are currently not running in this race are Ender Dragon Danny, Dave Reese, not Lewis Hamilton, and UK Ball, and your pole sitter in Ravo. Car should be allowed to overtake the safety car on this lap. But with the amount of safety cars that we've had, we don't have any lap cars because guys have had to come into pits that they were front runners. Like out of the 3 teams, maybe 4 or 5 maybe, that have the fastest cars on the grid, those being Audi, your Audis or Maseratis, Mercedes. You could even throw in Jaguar and McLaren if you'd like. They're more in the best position. Like Batuco, Tom O'Connor and Ronnie Solo, that is going to be the fight for the win if we don't get another safety car. I don't want to get another safety car. I want to see some hard fought racing here on the streets of Mexico City. I say streets, but it's actually just the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez Sparkmade circuit.
Will be easy, but trust me, with no break you'll have to do whatever you can. But as for me, my memories keep following, so I'll keep moving and soon take a stand. So wipe away all the tears you've just shed. I already know what to do, but as for you, tell me the answer locked inside your head. Chase away the darkness, chase away the darkness. The night
Safety car is coming into the pits at the end of lap 16. We're going to have Audi leading us away from a McLaren and a Jaguar. No, this is not Le Mans. No, this is not GT racing. This is Formula E in Monoposto. Batuco is going to lead us away from Tom O'Connor and Ronnie Solo. And I think O'Connor's going to have a good run on the Audi. We'll only know now as they go back in the green. And that's a very good start from Batuco, actually, on board with Ronnie Solo, who's trying to close in on O'Connor, and he doesn't look like he can actually make up too much ground here. So he takes the inside as one word coming through the chicane, and into the wall goes Tom O'Connor! Oh no, another safety car! Each time we get back underway, the guy who's in second place is, apart from Houghton, retires from the E-Prix. And this time it's the McLaren of Tom O'Connor, who is out of the Mexico City E-Prix. Can you believe we've had another DNF? If we continue like this, no, not while the E finishes. We're gonna have to start running the start on. Shit. I want to do another F1 another F1 animation, you guys. I find it pretty nice.
Am I the nervous one? I can't help it, so let's just move on. Just like a dead man's walk, I don't really
Catfish
mind,
coming into the
'cause
pits on this
everything is
map.
alright.
This is a scheduled stop. And into the pits also came Batuco. So Getsu's leading now. Rodney Solo leads the Mexico City E3 as he catches up from the back of the safety car. And it's Players right and Sonic in second. Then comes the two dragons of Mika Sui and Newman. Then comes the Tuco, Megia, Putin, Polkay, Catfish, Sierra, but he's got a 10-second time penalty. Alan May, Firebird, the Huawei with Desus, Martinez, and Nelson. What was that strategy call there? The tyres were at 70% where they could have gone to the end of the E3 easily. Especially with all of these safety car periods. You're not going to be able to make 15 overtakes. Mate, so don't pit. Simply do not come into the pits. I'm running down all the positions from 11th down. I feel like we might get more DNFs. Even though we've only got 6 laps to go, when the safety car comes around again, we'll have 5. This is weird. I don't know how to feel about this. Rodney Snow. That Jaguar is fighting for points. It is fighting between positions of 4th but down to P8. That is just what I've calculated through my endless researching from all the previous race results. I think lap cars will be able to take the safety car this lap. Ooh, no they won't. No they won't, okay. That's new. But as I was gonna say, but yeah, a Jaguar podium this season, it wouldn't be unheard of. It's actually probably more easier to think of than not. Second place would have been great for the team, but leading on hard tyres? You think that leaves them vulnerable to this man Blade of Sonic? Yes, it does. Chance that Ronnie wins this race. There's a chance. I'm gonna have to take a minor break. If we get back underway, then blame.
What I'm told, believing right from wrong, racing towards our goal. I take a step to lead the helm. Someday I'll see you again and tell you stories of the
This midfield I'm not having that.
of the worlds you have only seen in your dreams. Should you find in a pinch, you can reach out and lend a hand. It's easier than it seems to take a chance. So come aboard and take a stand. Sailing forward through a dark and storming sea. Learning the treasures of the ones we choose to stand beside. There is love within our hearts if you wanna be my
And just a reminder, a double DNF is 120 million. One DNF is good. A double DNF will probably bankrupt you. With 4 laps to go, lap cars may now overtake the safety car. We'll get back underway on lap 21. We'll have 3 laps to go. Another safety car period on lap 21 will end the E3, basically. Unless we have an Abu Dhabi 21 scenario, and we get back underway on like lap 23 or lap 24, and we are still gonna get ourselves like a VSC at least, because it's chaotic. As into the pits comes Martinez for new mediums for some reason, because it's a smart thing coming to the pits when you don't need to. Like, a lot of the guys who are running, like everyone in the top four, didn't come into the pits. Don't need to, because like 70% tire wear for the two Dragons, and these are the guys who've been on socks and front running basically most of the race. 71. Bloody Dragon Sonic is on 80. It'll drop down to like 93. Rodney Solo's on 79% tire wear, and he's on the hard tires. Sierra, he didn't come in, but he's got 10 seconds to his name. He'll be screwed anyway. He'll probably be classified as last, to be honest, no matter what happens. And the same could be said with Jesus. We haven't had actually that many penalties. We've had 3 given. Actually, no, 4 given in total. One of them was given to a guy who is now out of the Prix, and one of them was given to the guy who also got a 5-second time penalty already. And we should be getting that coveted message, and we all want to say, safety car ending at the end of this lap as we come through the stadium section. This is a part of the track I actually expected to see quite a lot of crashes happening, but coming to the final turn then, on board with Rodney Solo, coming up to the line then. This will be his first real try doing this, as we now get back underway for the Mexico City Prix. Blade Dragon Sonic coming into the first turn. He's got a great run on Rodney. So he pulls out to the inside before he's at turn 1. Can he retake the lead of the Mexico City Prix? Yes, he can. But on board from Rodney Solo, into the wall, out of the Mexico City Prix goes the Jaguar driver, and all hype of a great race win for the Brit goes right down the drain. But Blade Dragon Sonic back up into the lead of the E3 due to everyone ahead of him either pitting or just crashing out. And we are probably going to end this race under safety car. The 2 Dragon guys, 2nd and 3rd, they're probably going to come home with a double podium. Beautiful stuff for the American team, unless they come into the pits for whatever reason. Batuco coming up with P4, exactly what Audi would have loved to see. Megia from McLaren Neon, it's what they needed. They needed high points. Same could be said with Cuban and Paul Caddy. But truly GP, a P7 finish, and Alan Ray for Renault for the Renault Sport team as we enter lap 22 or 24. And I'm looking on the mini-map to see if someone comes to the pits. And that's Newman in! Oh, Newman's coming to the pits on this lap. The new soft tyres. We're probably not going to get back underway though. So the Dragon team have gambled with their driver, thinking, okay, we'll come to the pits. If it gets back underway, we'll fight back with new tyres. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But that elevates. It's Alan Lee up to 9th place. Milwaukee's still down in 11th place. But right now, if it finishes like this, I'm not sure if the jury has scored points. They have, then they have. But right now, it does seem like we're going to have 2 new point scoring teams in the Truly Grand Prix team, who are currently running in 6th place, and unfortunately 11th. And the Renault Sport team, who is running in 9th and 12th. For all the teams that have lost the driver in this E3, and under safety car, that's devious. Alan Lee up into 8th place almost. I don't know if he wants to keep that position or be under investigation from everyone, but we can't really do too much to change that. But yeah, Alan Lee up into 8th place. For all the teams who are out of the E3, those teams being Mercedes, Maserati, Aguri, Audi, Jaguar and McLaren. We're going to see where the teammates are. So first of all, from Mercedes, leading the E3. Maserati, P5 with the fastest lap of the E3. Not Lewis Hamilton's teammate Maurice's P13. Dave Reese's teammate is also out and caused the safety car. Ended up Danny's teammate in P3. And Tom McConnell in P4 with Megia. But on board with Blazer Sonic, he's going to begin the penultimate lap of the E3 with everyone bunching up behind him in lap 23 of 24 behind the safety car. It's been an absolute wreck fest today. And everyone's had at least one run-in with the barriers, no matter how minor. You must have had damage in your car somehow. Oh, brother. We'll probably get back underway at the end of the next lap, which will mean that this will be your finishing order, unless someone comes into the pits.
And imagine your family getting shot in the face. And also copy the Red Bull side pods because your idea is fucking stupid.
I'm sorry, it was funny. The Dragon are still looking at a good finish. 2nd and 10th. It's not 2nd and 3rd. Still something. Yeah, fucking hell, that looks like a microphone controller as well. Gonna end up with only 15 finishes, and I think that's actually less than we had last season here. And that's okay, that's actually pretty hilarious. So, on to the final lap of the Mexico City E3. Blader Dragon Sonic leads 2nd at the start, gained the lead after putting his teammate into the wall, or dropped down to P9, and is already back up into the lead of this E3 on the safety car. Then comes Mikasuri, a man who didn't even need to pit or make any overtakes to get where he is now. He just needed to wait for guys ahead of him to come into the pits, to crash. It was simple. For Batuko, he was leading at a part of the C3 but came into the pits and thinking that there's a chance that maybe we could get back underway. Megia having a similar story to Mikasuri, except he started further back, which is why he's not on the podium. Cuban having the exact same thing happen to him that happened to Batuko, except now with a broken front wing due to a guy who's out of the E3. Then comes Paul Caney, an absolutely heartwarming story about you can just never give up. No matter how bad it starts, you'll always find a way to get back up on your feet and have your best result ever. 6th place for the Trilly team is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Then with Catfish, well, came into the pits, hasn't really benefited, still in P7. And look at who's also scoring first points for the season. It's the Renault team. A name change doesn't really do too much for you. P8, however, after the 4th round of no points, it's still great for them. Then comes the other version of Sienna. But we're gonna go on board with your race leader, your championship leader. Safety car is ending as we come through the stadium section, through the final turn then. And it's not your Paul Sitter Ravo, it's not a new face at the top of the podium. for the third time this season, Bleeder Dragon Sonic wins the Mexico City Prix. Mikasui second, with Batuko in third. Then comes Mega and Human. Can we see some more overtakes in the midfield? Let's see, because we're on board with Mortises and he hasn't really done anything there. We've got yellow flags in the first sector. Somehow, we had a bit more chaos in the air. And yet, still, this is your podium today. There's a bit of a chaotic end to that E3 though, you gotta say. But Blader Dragon Sonic wins the Mexico City E3. Then comes Mikasui for Dragon Racing and Batuko for App for Audi Sport. Then comes Megia, Houghton, Paul Canny, giving Truly finally some points, Catfish and Alan Lee. Then comes Newman and Mohamed Awali, making it a double point score for Truly Grand Prix. Then Firebird, Martinez, Marcus Nelson, Mortises, and PCR. And in non-finishers were, and we've got a whole list of them: Rodney Solo, Tom O'Connor, Ender Dragon Danny, Dave Reese, Not Lewis Hamilton, UK Ball, and Ravo. In the drivers' standings then, Blader Dragon Sonic leads on 94 points, and it does kind of feel like all hope for a championship win could be gone for the man in second place, Ravo. He's currently sitting on 60 points. Then comes Batuko on 50 points, then UK Ball on 45 points, then Mikasui on 24 points, Newman on 17 points, Davis on 16 points, tied with Catfish. Then comes Tom O'Connor, Ronnie Solo and Hune all on 14 points, then Megia on 12 points, PCL on 10 points, Paul Kenny on 8 points, tied with Ender Dragon Danny. Then comes Alan Lee on 4 points, and Mohamed Awali and Not Lewis Hamilton both on 1 point. And the non-scorers for the season so far are Martinez, Nelson, Medicis, and Firebird. In the constructors' standings, coming into the Sakia E-Prix, Mercedes EQ lead almost 100 points ahead of nearest rival in Maserati, who is only 1 point ahead of App for Audi Sport. Then comes Dragon Racing, Jaguar Racing, McLaren Neon tied with DS Virgin Racing on 26 points. In Stolly Grand Prix, Renault and Team Magurian, your non-scoring team, is Mahindra Racing. We'll see you next time for the Bahrain E3.